Hello everybody, my name is Stefan Kraus from Bytes, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create an island and a nice coastline for an island. So let's get started. I'm going to create a new terrain, and for this terrain I will go on and use a mask. Let me switch to real-time generation. I have a nice mask here. Which is actually looks like a Monkey Island mask here. So I'm gonna take this one. Now you can see that this is how my island will look like, but actually I want something noise on the areas that are not covered by the mask at all. So I just go on and reduce a little bit the weight, so we got at least some noise on these areas here. And now let's do some magic. I want to add a canyon filter along these edges here, but it should be only at a specific terrain height of the terrain with respect to the mean sea level. So I'm saying now that should be, let me say that this could be our mean sea level, something like this maybe here. And we're going to use the below locked, which tells World Creator that this value here is always locked, so you cannot move it actually. You can see here. And you can use a coast offset to adjust a little bit to this kind of level. You can see it later. And what I also want to do is to add a mountain filter. Let's see. Here we go. And these mountain filters should be always above. So actually something like this. And now we could also do an erosion with sedimentation filter, applying it. Same for this. Some erosions here applied. We could do maybe also things like that. Just quickly increase the resolution a little bit. And now we're going to add a zero edge so that we get smoother values, but we could also do some, here we go with a zero edge. That's good. Now let's see what we can do with the slopes a little bit, because want to reduce the slope values so we can so that we can create some nice beaches. So we're using a smooth slope filter in addition. Here we go, and the same for here. We want it below locked, so it should only be applied areas like here, but not these ones here. Okay, now this looks quite nice. I'm going to confirm this. Now I have my terrain here, and now we'll apply a nice water plane. Dropping in something like this maybe, and just set it as our sea plane. We need to generate it. Let me see. Just gonna reduce a little bit. Here we go. Okay, and now let's adjust a little bit the mask also. Oh, we have to check this in real time. Just won't work. Just like that, maybe. So what we could do in addition is just add another slope, smooth slope, but move this one upwards, like maybe something like this. So I'm moving the mountains, but below. Okay, let's see what we could do with the edge a little bit. There we go. So, okay. Looks interesting. So now, confirm. And I would like to do some texturization on this, depending on the water plane that we already have set. So I'm going to add in some nice textures. I will start with a dirt texture. I will use this one here. So this is applied over the entire terrain, and that's okay. Just a little bit so we can see it better. And now I'm going to add the beach texture, like this here. Let's see the height map visualization. And now let's say that we want to have the beach applied also on areas like this, maybe, but using only at lower slopes. So things like that could help a little bit. So let me see. Generate. Oh, we got something like here. We could also go for some grass. Which we could drop in the grass before. This. And like that here. Generate. Okay, and now let's put in some rocky texture here. And in this case, we need to do something which is, we could use the cavity, maybe the concave version. And just a few settings here. Like that, increasing it a little bit. Good. So now let's adjust a little bit our terrain just to make it a little bit nicer. Let's see. Blend this one here so I can see it a little bit better. And now let's see. Go for this one here. The canyon could be something like this. So here we go, now we get a really nice island. Looks pretty awesome. Looks like an island actually. So we got a nice beach over there. So we could a little bit adjust a few things like this here. Doesn't look perfect So let me see what we can do here. We could do a little bit height smoothness like this, and reduce a little bit the coast offset, so you get something like this. So it's a smoother values here, looking much better. Go for it. Here we go. Okay, so now what we else could do is improve this one here. Doesn't look perfect. So let me see. Only these areas covered by that one here. Things like that. That's good. And generate. So that's okay now. And now what we else could do is adding maybe some kind of different grass, so we get a little bit more stuff around here. Should not look evenly distributed. So what we're gonna say here also is say it should be above, and should be above. Yeah, that's good. And now let me see. Reduce a little bit the height smoothness, so we just put it somewhere over here, and we're going to use a mask for this one also. So we're mixing a few things together. Something like this maybe would be okay. Well, let's see how it looks like. Okay, we'll have to increase a little bit the weight multiplicator. Here we go. So now what you can see also is that this one overlaps the stones. If you don't want that, then just move this down a level, and you can see that it just gets really nice now. It's getting much better. And the areas which are really important to cover are perfectly set. So we have a look at this one is what we could do here as increasing maybe just a few values, so we get also these areas here. And maybe for that one we should select cavity, convex cavity. Maybe only the concave. No, the convex is good. It should do the job. Okay, so now we got a really nice island here. We could try to adjust a little bit. Again, the height multiplicator. Maybe something like this. Confirm, and now that's it. Yeah, that's that one really looks pretty nice. So, and if you now think that you could do at least keep almost the same shape using the same mask, but you want to have some different random values, you could just check the random seed here and click as many times generate button as you wish to create something different like this. Looks nice. Whoa, that's pretty awesome. I would keep that one. Looks, whoa, I love that. Could use some pirate ships here. So we're gonna keep this one here, and now let's move on, placing different objects here. Let's say we want to do some placing some palms, like coconut palms here. Let me see what we got here from speed tree. So we got nice stuff around here with this one. Let's visualize it. Now, what would be the best is, of course, you could do the distribution settings here, but best would be to tell what creator that it should use actually a few things are based on the textures. So now what is if you select use texture and you select this beach texture, you can see the distribution where this tree will be distributed. Now if I hit the generate button, you will see that we'll also have some trees inside the water. Or we don't have trees at all. Oh yeah, we have to click the trees here. My fault, sorry. Now I'm placing a bit too much trees. But you can see that we have some trees inside the water, and actually we don't want that. The reason is because this texture is also covered underwater. You can see here. Moving down. And you can see it's also covered underwater. Same for the grass, so we could actually adjust this a little bit. We will do this later. So for this tree, we not only have to select this texture, but also use the sea level. It should be above. And now we could further improve it a little bit by decreasing the height smoothness, so it should be along the coastline, but not exactly at the water side. And now you have quite a really nice distribution. And now let's just quickly adjust our grass here, because it's mean sea level. It was told unused, so we're going above locked. So making sure that we won't have grass below the water surface. Here we go. Now down the water we have this mud texture here. We could maybe adjust also the texture tiling. Make it a little bit nicer. Well, that's really nice now. Could do now also for these areas here. So let's see if we can find some different things. I don't know, we need some nice trees that we could place. Actually, I don't have some kind of a tropical, so we keep with the palms here. Let's see if we can do. We could place these ones exactly the same. Just we could use maybe a mix. Okay, let's use for that one this tree here. Just duplicate it. Place some of this one here also. Let me see. Get a good distribution. Not really high dense, of course. Won't be that good. Okay, a few more would be better. Okay. And now for this one here, we especially will also tell our creator that we want let's take this one here again. And now that one should be applied by grasses. So these are these areas actually. But we're going to reduce, we could use the cavity on the coastline. No, using convex. This would be perfect. Increasing a little bit of strength. And now make sure that the slope is set up also very good, so we don't need higher slope values. Gonna be careful with that, and yeah. Let's see how it looks like. I got some trees. Okay, perfect. Let's duplicate this one here. Place it again. Some different other trees. Could also use this kind of tree here. Distribution settings are equal, so this is just good. Okay, let's see how it will look like. A few more trees, okay. Let's increase the number. Okay. Here we go. Now, could you also place in some stones, maybe would be also good to update the textures using some normal maps we have here. This one too here. Here we go. Now it should be look pretty nice underwater. That's okay. Good. Now let's move on to the objects. And then now let's place some grass. So we're going to select details. Actually, we're done with the trees, so not placing them again. And I'm going to select some grass textures here. I will use this one here. Have some grass. Where is it? Here we go. Drop in a few blades. Now for you, want to have the same distribution settings. It should be only placed where grass is, of course. So here we go. But going to just a little bit density like this. So let's quickly see how it looks like. Okay, now we have some grass applied here. You can see grass is only where you have really some grass textures. So it's quite a good distribution. Increasing the number here be also good. Maybe changing to a higher resolution and see how it looks like to regenerate the terrain, because we have changed the maps here. Takes a little bit more time now. That's it. Some grass applied. That's okay. So we can just keep that. Maybe set it up a little bit better by reducing the slopes. Again, don't want large areas. Let's move it. Here we go. That's okay. Maybe we could also put in some other grass, just to make it a bit more fancy. I don't really have really nice grass around here, so I'm just going to use this one. Same distribution here. Let's visualize, see. So for the slope values, go for it. So, okay, I will keep that now as is. See, it's really fitting quite nice. So actually, it would be really great to have grass here on the beach side, or down to that beach here. So we could adjust it a little bit, but actually it's okay. It's not that problem, so we just can keep them. Maybe making it a little bit smaller would be also a good option. It's too large in my opinion. Here we go. Okay, so let's just keep that. Okay, the next would be good placing some detail meshes. Actually, I don't really like the detail meshes of Unity. I prefer the meshes with LOD groups to get better results, better lighting for everything. So now let's see what we can do. some scanned rocks here around, so we could use this one. These one have LOD groups, as I know, yeah, but this one here not, so be careful with that. Make sure that you're using objects that have LOD, different LOD levels, else you will get really big troubles with performance. So now I want the stones, I wanted these kinds of stones applied where the beach is. Again, make sure that you select above locked, and so we can keep that one here. And if you want to have some stones in the water, you can increase a little bit the coast offset here, so it will be also placed in the water. You can see here. And now let's see that, let's place a few, and let's make sure that we also use a mask for this kind of stuff here. Using something like this maybe. And now these kind of stones I want to have placed only where the grass is. Yes, and also taking care of the slope a little bit. That's quite important. And let's do some placement. Okay, let's see how it will look like. Okay, now I've placed some stones. Here they are. Some are in the water, some are outside. Okay, these ones are okay. Now you can see a few things like here. It's like, yeah, it's flying in the air. So we don't really want that. So these are even too much. Using a little bit. Same for this. So we can use the offset, the height offset here, to see, dig it into the ground a little bit. We can try this value here. So now this looks a little bit better, but just a little bit. It's not perfect. Let's use the half. That's way better. Nice stones here and there. So we got some stones here around. That's okay. And now what else? What else we do? We could drop in some trunks, like these ones here. The only bad things about these ones is that they have no groups, no LOD groups, so this will lead to problems on my computer, but anyways I will try it now. Let's place these ones here. Let me see. I'll place them on the beach again. Above locked. They should be not in the water. So increase this here. Place a few. Just a few, not too much. Oh, that's by far too much. You can see they're not culled. But this is okay. So we can live with that. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, we could use also some normal mapping for the beach. So I see. Let's generate the end of the terrain. Okay, normal mapping looks a little bit strange. Maybe we should try just another one. this one here maybe. Yeah, that's by far better. Yes, that's great. So, awesome. Here we are. Done with our small island. Now we could use, of course, better texturing. This is the standard texturing. Some tree planar mapping, so for RTP or something like that would do a good job. We could improve a little bit by increasing the resolution here also. Make sure, be careful with the pixel error, else you will get big troubles. You could also reduce the real height here, and increasing the height multiplicator. So this is really absolutely dynamic. You can see that it's just generated quite fast, this terrain here. Higher resolution. Well, gives a little bit more information. And it looks just better. Awesome. So, that's our island. You can see that the general shape is kept. If you compare this mask here, the Monkey Island mask, it's being kept. I just adjust a little bit the water height level, and you can see that the entire island adapts itself. If I'm moving this one here again to a different value, like I don't know, like maybe like this, going to generate or reduce resolution, so generation is a bit faster. For some reason I have to yes, there you can see that the entire island adapts itself, and you get another coastline along this entire setting, and every setting that you have used here, as long as you use these mean sea level above locked or below locked and you set them, everything just works as is. Absolutely perfect. This would be, because these ones here, just should this also set to above locked? Forget that. Just make sure that it will be always above the sea level. And now if you just move the water plane or change the sea level, you can see that the entire terrain will adapt itself automatically, keeping the same shape as possible, and you always get a really nice result like this one here. Pretty awesome. Love that. So, thanks for watching. The new version is going to be online next week. Actually, I just updated a few things today again inside the plugin. I just added this this coast offset because it was quite difficult to do a nice coastline without this option here, especially when it's about texturing the coastline. So this was quite necessary. I just added it. I have to test it out. So for this little small tutorial, it worked pretty nice, but I will have to do further tests, and I am going to approve or not to approve to submit the entire package tomorrow in the evening when I'm back from work. So yeah, I think it should be available Wednesday or Thursday. So saying now we have the 24th April. So yeah, Wednesday, Thursday next week should be available, this asset for you. Okay, hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. If you like it, then please buy it. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.